Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, please, thank you very much. Welcome back to my page. I had taken a bit of a rest and a bit of a rejuvenation, relatively speaking, when it comes towards my affirmations. These are not easy things to recitate, to actually engage in, and I personally find it quite enjoyable, but it is also quite mentally draining, especially when you're trying to convert affirmations, recitations, into Islamic behaviour. So once again, I thank you very kindly for joining me. Let me now return to Ar-Rafi, the exalter, the one who exalts by his will. He chooses by his wisdom the one who deserves uplifting from man-made differences and distinctions. Mine works, my brothers and sisters. Have you participated in any social upliftment program? Do you support any social cause? Which cause would you want to support and why? Does uplifting others help you in uplifting yourself? Can you uplift people around you in any way? It's beautiful, that one. Can you uplift people around you in any way? Alhamdulillah, Muslims should always try to uplift people, to improve each other. It is a nature of who we are, part of our deen. Write down who and how you have uplifted. Repeat Ar-Rafi as many times as your heart likes and give your bit in uplifting of others and yourself. Affirmations. I believe in Allah's absolute power to exalt whom He wills. I believe in Allah's absolute power to exalt whom He wills. I consistently work to uplift people around me. I constantly work to uplift people around me. I believe in my highest self, which gets happiness in doing social service. I believe in my higher self, which gets happiness in doing social services. I am open to being chosen by Allah to be exalted. I am open to being chosen by Allah to be exalted. I deserve being exalted spiritually. I deserve being exalted spiritually. I am aware of being among people who need upliftment, and I do everything I can for their cause. I am aware of being among people who need upliftment, and I do everything I can for their cause. I am open and receptive to honour in my house and society. I am open and receptive to honour in my house and society. I am always humble when I receive honour. I am always humble when I receive honour. I believe in praying in 5 dailies to uplift my soul. I believe in praying 5 times daily to uplift my soul. I constantly work towards human upliftment. I constantly work for human upliftment. And these are very critical affirmations when you look at them from a metaphysical point of view. Even if on the prospects that you have doubts and doubts eat at you, helping your brother human being is an incredibly soul-nourishing act to do, to lift them into your arms, to improve their life, to make their lives better. Alhamdulillah, there cannot be anything more than a greater blessing than uplifting other people, than bringing your brothers and sisters closer to Islam, and in its beauty, making their day better. Alhamdulillah. The bestower of honour, Al-Muzib, the one who can make a person's honour and respect, who grants in abundance to whom he chooses. Mine works. Which quality of yours do you adore? Do you expect honour for your good deeds? Can you carry out a good deed in secret just for the sake of Allah? Can you carry out a good deed in secret just for the sake of Allah? Do one good deed today with all the good intentions in secret, purely for Allah's sake. Do one good deed today with all good intentions in secret, purely for Allah's sake. Be creative in doing good deeds. You can write small gratitude notes for your parents, wash off some utensils before maid comes, or just compliment someone for how beautiful they work. Give honor to people and never take their efforts for granted. Repeat Al-Muzin as many times as your heart likes and feel the honor of being a believer. Affirmations. I believe in Allah's power of honoring the noble ones He chooses. I am open to receiving honor. I consistently engage my mind in noble thoughts and good deeds. I consistently engage my mind in noble thoughts and good deeds. I have the potential to be a good person, irresponsible of the stature or attitude I live in. I love honoring noble people around me. I love honoring noble people around me. I believe in speaking beautiful words of appreciation for people who perform their duties silently. I believe in speaking beautiful words of appreciation for people who perform their duty in silence. I am consistent in doing good deeds. Wallahi, I am consistent in doing good deeds. I pray my 5 daily prayers and honor my soul. I have the eye to see nobility in people around me. I let go of all the ego and criticism that blinds my heart and eyes. That one I'm going to have to repeat again. I let go of all the ego and criticism that blinds my heart's eyes. Such a profound way of speaking, of holding together affirmations, of reconciling who you are and in what you do and in how you do it. I think people underestimate how important and how damaging an ego can be. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu Alaikum. Al-Mudhil, the humiliator. The one who can humiliate his creation to shed off its ego. He is capable of creating situations which can degrade the egotistical and the arrogant. Mind work. Do you perform all your duties actively? Do you blame other people for not performing well? Are you well aware of being watched by Allah Subhanahu? Do you visualize being watched by the one who can humiliate you terribly before doing a sin? Do you visualize being watched by the one who can humiliate you terribly before doing a sin? Choose very few words that will instantly make you conscious of Allah Subhanahu. Choose a few words that will instantly make you conscious of Allah Subhanahu. Wow, social media is one for me. How I speak to my parents, how I speak to my family, my friends, how I speak in public, how I speak in general, my language and skills are vastly disgusting. That's such a profound one, that man word. It can be a simple word in your own language, or words like Alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar. It can be a simple word in your own language, or words like Alhamdulillah or Allah Akbar. Practice being conscious in every moment of temptation. Repeat Al-Mudhiyah as many times as your heart likes and seek refuge from Allah for doing deeds that can lead to humiliation. Stay focused and balanced. Affirmations. I believe in Allah's power to humiliate me if I go wrong. I believe in Allah's power to humiliate me if I go wrong. I constantly engage myself in dhikr to achieve consciousness. I constantly engage myself in dhikr to achieve consciousness. I am open to studying new ideas that help me become aware and conscious of Allah's Subhanahu. I am open to studying new ideas that help me become aware and conscious of Allah's Subhanahu. I gently let my negative thoughts out of my mind by consciously doing good deeds. I gently let my negative thoughts out of my mind by consciously doing good deeds. I can easily achieve the state of mind where I control my thoughts. I can easily achieve the state of mind where I control my thoughts. I let go of all my resentment towards people and situations that were not as I expected them to be. I let go of all of my resentment towards people and situations that were not as I expected them to be. I rejoice in the thought that I am aware of Allah's power and keep my deeds in constant check. I rejoice in the thought that I am aware of Allah's power and keep my deeds in constant check. I let go of all ego and arrogance that stops me from repenting for my mistakes. I let go of all ego and arrogance that stops me from repenting for a mistake. I regain my power to decide the quality of my thoughts from my mind. I pray 5 daily prayers and ask Allah to give me self-analytical qualities. That's a beautiful one. I pray 5 daily prayers and ask Allah to give me self-analytical qualities. Alhamdulillah for that. And I want to go back to the mind works where it says, choose a few words that will instantly make you conscious of Allah's sweat. And that's such a profound way of looking at life. To remember our Creator to the point where you have to be mindful of your words. And it's such a profound thing when you see this inside recitations and affirmations. And you see that how the holy book of the Quran gave birth to these ancient sayings that are now translated in English. Alhamdulillah for Islam. It is beautiful to realize that my deen has travelled from Arabia, the continental thereof, or Najd, all the way to England and is being uttered by an English Irishman or an English speaking Irishman. Alhamdulillah. Allah Akbar.